Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video we're going to do a watch me work and I'm going to, oh look at this, I just had to show you guys what not using cuticle oil does compared to what using cuticle oil does. Ugh. I cannot wait to get rid of all that dry flaky skin and do a new set. All 10 nails that are cohesive, not like this. So let's get started. So I'm going to be working mainly on my dominant hand using my non-dominant hand. I'm right-handed, and just to show you the struggles of filing, doing art with your left hand. I'm using my Erica's Gel X bit and I am about 23,000 RPMs and I'm in the forward motion. This bit can only be used in the forward motion. It won't cut that bulk in the reverse motion as well as the forward motion. So I am going to remove all of this product. I have the Light Elegance Ideal Pink Builder on and I want to replace that with Ugly Duckling's Sculpting Gel. I haven't used that in a really long time, so I want to test it out again, get a good feel for it, and see if it's something that I want to bring into my studio full time. So I'm noticing here right on my middle finger, I do have quite a bit of lifting. Again, my cuticles are very dry, so that does not help. But I did notice with the Ideal Pink Builder from Light Elegance, it doesn't do that well on my hands. I'm finding a lot of lifting. I also have a high hypernicum in my middle finger, so I have to be careful of how much I shorten that nail. Now I'm going to use my medium grit zebra sanding band. I do have it in the reverse direction, and the RPMs on my e-file are anywhere between 13 to 16,000 RPM. When I get really close to the nail, I will lower the speed, sometimes right down to 9,000 RPM. It really depends. But I don't like to use a carbide bit this close to my skin. As I'm working on my middle finger, I will constantly check to see how close I am getting to the hypernicum underneath my nail. As you can see here, it is quite high, so I can shorten my nail just a little bit, but I don't want to go too far and then end up burning, essentially, my hypernicum with the sanding band. Normally this is the first step I will do, is push the proximal nail fold back. I am doing it now, at least I'm doing it, but yeah, normally I will do that as my first step and then I will go into removing the product off my nails. And with the Atwood, I think this is the Texas Tornado Skiver bit. This is probably one of my favorite bits for cuticle prep, and I'm just getting rid of the cuticle that's on the nail plate itself. And here I'm using the Erica's Skiver bit. This is kind of like my all-in-one bit. I will use it to get into the corners. I will use it for exfoliating dead skin around the nail. This bit I do have in the reverse motion. Well, it's forward right now, but you can use the diamond bits in reverse, and I have this at approximately 9,000 RPMs, as well as the Atwood bit. I will do anywhere between 9 and 11,000 RPMs. I do take quite a bit of time on my middle finger just because I do get that callus right in the corner. This is my writing hand, so I like to take as much time as needed just to get off all that dry, dead skin. And I apologize for this not being in focus. I was concentrating so hard on what I was doing, I didn't realize my camera was focused on my vent grill. Then with a scrubby brush and 99% alcohol, I will just scrub all that dust away. This actually feels really good. It's like a massage. My clients even like this process. So I forgot to turn the camera on when I was using Ugly Duckling's prep, but here I'm using the primer and putting it on my nails before I use the clear sculpting gel. This is an air dry primer. You do not need to cure this in a lamp. Now for the tedious part, forming my nails. These forms are from Nail Couture. I don't know if they sell these forms anymore, but they are my favorite for my nails. They fit so well. I like to curve the form a little bit before I put it on my nail. It's notched out or cut out just perfectly, and if I leave a little bit of free edge on my nail, it fits in there so nicely. And I don't have to really worry about pinching because I've curved the form enough where pinching is not necessarily necessary, but I usually do pinch anyway. So this sculpting gel is very clear. It is crystal clear, and the reason why I wanted to use it for this design because it is crystal clear. I will go in and start out with a slip layer on my natural nail and then extend the nail and attach it to the product that's already on my natural nail, if that makes sense. I don't put a whole lot of product on, and you do have to work quite fast with this sculpting gel, especially this one. It is a thinner viscosity. If you work fast, then this is the perfect gel for you. So after a full cure of 1 minute, I am going in now with another slip layer across the entire nail and extension, coming back in with a bigger dollop and just moving that gel around, as you can see, and it self-levels really, really nicely. And my camera actually stopped working because I ran out of room on my memory card. So now we're on to the index finger. So I'm doing the same thing, putting that slip layer down, then adding a bigger dollop and applying it to the whole nail and just lightly moving it to where I want it to go, but I don't need to do a whole lot. And I will tip my hand upside down and let gravity pull downwards so you get that nice apex. And then this is what sculpting looks like on my right hand using my left hand after 10 years. This is what it looks like. And I really don't care because I love filing. And when I'm using my non-dominant hand, I think this is pretty good. And then with the magic of photography, we have a finished filed nail. Filing has to be one of my favorite parts of a service. I love seeing a nail filed into a beautiful shape. Okay, so these are the colors I'm going to be using from Ugly Duckling. I'm going to use their potted gel number 19, which is this beautiful kind of a Tiffany blue. I'm going to use number 44, which is a white. Number 193, which is a milky white. It's a very sheer color. And number 285, which is this beautiful pinky peach color. So I'm going to do the easy part first. I am going to put the solid colors on. So I'm doing the peach color on my pinky finger and thumb. Cure time is 1 minute, and I will do 1 minute in between each layer, and 2 layers is really all you need with using Ugly Duckling colors. And apply these colors very thin because they are very highly pigmented. And on the index finger, I'm going to use number 19, the potted gel, and I'm going to be applying this even more thin. Is that right English? A thinner layer because this is even more pigmented. Then I'm going to apply the top coat just because I want to finish off these nails and not worry about it. I have 2 coats on here, and I am using my Tackless Hypershine from Magic Gel. It works well on every brand that I have. I know you're supposed to stick within the brand. I unfortunately don't have any Ugly Duckling shiny top coat. Okay, on to the design. I am plopping number 19 on my middle finger and in ring finger, not index finger. I have alcohol on my brush and I'm just kind of feathering out the color. This does not have to be perfect. You plop the color on, you spread it out, you make it thin on the edges so there's not harsh lines, and this is my kind of art because it's not perfection. So I will flash cure before I go in with another color, and I'm using 285, the peach color, and doing the exact same technique, plopping it on and spreading it out with some alcohol, and then curing for 1 minute. Now I'm going to use my striper brush from Ugly Duckling, using number 44 gel polish, and just drawing some squiggly lines to make a quartz look. Then I will take my brush with alcohol and spread the lines out, and I will make sure that the vein of the lines are all in one direction. So in this case, all the veins of the line are towards the cuticle. And then I will cure for 1 minute. Next, I'm going to take the milky white and go over the whole nail. I'm going to do a very thin layer and cure for 1 minute. Then I'm going to go back and do a second layer, but I'm only going to cure for 30 seconds because I want to add some gold flaky foils. Flaky foils, say that 5 times fast. And they stick better to a dispersion layer than something that is completely cured and there's very little dispersion layer. So that's why I only cure for 30 seconds with the second layer. Put the gold flakes on, and then I will cure for the remainder 30 seconds. So the gold flakes I'm going to use are from Nail Time. That is a distributor or a company in Vancouver, British Columbia. And I will link Julie's website in the description box because she's got some really neat art products and some amazing gel products as well. So I'm just dabbing the gold flakes onto the dispersion layer, pressing them in, and then I will go back and do another cure. I don't know if it does any good or not, but it makes me feel better. And I tend to not get the foils lifting into the top coat when I'm putting top coat on. So that's why I go back in and do another cure. And then I will top coat the rest of these nails and cure for a full minute. Then with some famous names, Daddy Oil for my cuticles and some hand lotion, we're back in business again. I absolutely love this design. I've been really gravitating towards subtle nails, light pinks and nudes, even though I cringe when my clients ask for that. But I wanted something with a little bit of color. I love that the 2 middle fingers, there's a design on them, but it's a subtle design. And then you get that pop of color on the outside of this design. So I've been really enjoying these nails. I look at them and I am surprised. I'm like, oh wow, these are really cute. I like them. I'm not tired of them yet. I've been wearing a lot of deep pinks and roses lately, and it's nice to switch it up with some peaches and turquoises. So everything I've used in this video, I will put in the description box below. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media, and if you have any questions, please comment them down below. I do my best to answer all of you, and I think that is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and we will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys!